Hello and welcome in. I am MissKinghorn and we are back here in The Sims 4 building a brand new build, and today we are working on an apartment building for the new for rent expansion pack that came out the other day. I've got to be fair, this was recorded literally the day after release, so it was a little bit of a rush job. I've got to be honest, I really struggled in the launch to this pack. I've got to be fair, I think because I was watching all of like the early access or other people doing like builds in preparation for it, and then I was just like, yeah, I can do all this, but then I was like, what's the point? We haven't got the pack. So yeah, this should have been done over many days. Unfortunately, I had to rush it because I didn't have enough time into here, but it's turned out okay. I'm happy with it, let's put it that way. Not probably my best work, but I'm happy with it. And after that stilling, let's get started. So this actually has 3 apartments, 2 2-bedroom apartments and 1 1-bedroom apartment on the top floor. The ground floor apartment that you got is what we're going to see, and then I simply copy that up to the sort of middle floor in there, and then I also do the top floor as well. Now, when I was playtesting and getting all of this set up, I did put Sims on all of the apartments, so they do all work. It was a little bit of a kerfuffle to get people in there, and I really struggled on how it all worked, I've got to be fair, but that's probably because I hadn't seen sort of the management aspect of it. But I think once I kind of got the hang of it, it worked out pretty well into there. So you can see here, jumping ahead, this is the layout. So you come straight into the kitchen, and then you've kind of got like an open sort of kitchen, dining, living area in there, and then there is 1 bathroom and then the 2 bedrooms. Now this is on the 20 by 20 lot, which is sort of right in the centre of the sort of town or from the new world. I've got to be fair, I wasn't overly sure I wanted to build it here, but I feel like it fitted okay. But it could obviously be moved to any other world. It's not world exclusive, like it's not too themed, I've got to be fair, because I've seen some people were doing completely like South Asian, Japanese, using sort of other packs as well. This, I feel like it can kind of just be placed anywhere, which I think like is slightly better, especially because obviously we weren't really sure what the pack and how it was all going to work and stuff. Now, I've got to be fair, one thing I didn't watch, and I have watched a lot of videos, one thing I didn't watch was the live stream, so I didn't actually see too much of the world before this pack dropped. So yeah, the Sims live streams, anyone who knows I'm not a great big fan of them nowadays. The number of times I've ranted about them over the years, they've kind of gone very downhill, let's put it that way. But moving on into here, so this is the kitchen area. It's quite a small kitchen, but then I feel like it is quite a small apartment, and there are sort of there's enough outside space, so we do get out the marbles and the hopscotch, which I absolutely love, sort of adding those new little pieces in. They were quite fun. They're all outside, and then there is a basement which has like the electricity and the hot water in it as well, which is kind of a community space. It's got like big sort of crates in it and stuff, so you could obviously use it for something else maybe, but I thought that was all I was going to put down there. I don't actually show you any of that because yeah, it was just me placing like 3 or 4 items and it would have been very interesting, so it got cut into there. But yeah, this is the kitchen. It is fully functional into here as well, so you've got that in there. And I didn't realise we actually got new shelving. I saw these cabinets and thought, oh yeah, they would really work, but honestly they don't until I saw this shelf. Now this shelf I absolutely love. It's kind of like, it's got enough space on it that I can add bits to it, but it's not empty, which I feel like sometimes it kind of can look a little bit empty. So this is not exclusive to For Rent. It does have other pieces in it as well. Obviously you'll see some of the kitchen stuff packs that we got recently, as well as other sort of packs. I feel like for this we kind of did go quite expansion heavy. I've got to say there's a lot of sort of rowing together, which is still quite a new pack. I've got to say, even though it's probably, well, it's not been out a year, but it was like early this year, because I think this year we've had 3 packs out. Like, how? But yeah, we've it's still quite a new pack. There is a bit of horse ranch in here too. You can obviously see the sculpture there as well, but for the most part I think it is just For Rent, which I actually quite like, but it's not exclusive. At some point maybe in the future I will do a For Rent and base game build, but this isn't that at the moment because I wanted to use other bits and pieces and kind of enjoy mixing the packs together. I feel like I should do maybe a few more kind of base game with builds. I've done a couple, either here on YouTube or over on Twitch, but definitely want to do a few more of those. So give me some pack suggestions. What do you want to see? We won't see them in the future. In here, I've obviously got plans up until basically Christmas, so it might be in the new year, which is really, really quickly coming along, I've got to be fair. This year has flown by. But anyway, back to the video. You can see that I've done the dining room. I did try to do it in that sort of little nook where you had like all of the doors coming out, and it just didn't feel like it was enough space. It could have worked, but it just didn't feel right to me. So I've kind of placed it in the middle of the room. It's kind of a very traditional kind of apartment, this. I'm not sure if I was kind of going for maybe a slightly older setting here. It doesn't feel very busy family home, although I do actually create both apartments with a kid in mind, so you can see there are a few little toys here and there that maybe they've quickly had to rush out or something, and they've left a few bits out. The kids room obviously is slightly different, that is a little bit more messy, and there's lots of toys all over the place in there, but yeah, I think this, I do like these apartments. I've got to say, I'm not a great fan of the whole lot together. That's okay, but this apartment I do really like in here. So this is the main bedroom in here at the back. This is at the back of the property in there, and we've got this new bed. I love this new bed. This whole sort of new bedroom set, I've got to be fair, is really, really nice. I was thinking of a mirror that came with it, but there wasn't, so I ended up having to use the one from Horse Ranch, which the colours match perfectly, I've got to be fair. Strangely, I know, The Sims managed to match some colours up into that, but I've got a nice little seat in here as well. Sort of all the sort of standard furniture I get in the main bedroom. I do have 2 dressers in here just because I really wanted to use this one as well. It looks really, really cool and I quite like it, so yeah, I've placed that in here. And then a little magazine, maybe that's like a little reading nook or something. They want to come in and have 5 minutes away from maybe the kids, or doing something like that, to have some growing up away time into there. And then this is the kids' bedroom. It is quite a small, narrow room. I do kind of have to limit what I can do with it because of that, because obviously you need a space to walk to the bed, but it is all fully functional. I did test all of that in here as well. And yeah, a few little toys here and there. There is a desk coming up as well, which maybe for homework or sort of studying or just writing in journals and stuff. And I also got the science experiment set out as well, because I felt like that was a nice little piece to get in there, and it's kind of tucked in a way in that little nook that I didn't really know what to do with, because if I weren't going to use it as a dining room, I've put like a bookshelf in there, which I think fits that whole sort of theme. The whole sort of look with this pack and Snow Escape works really well together, and I do kind of use the two quite a lot in this build, sort of mixing them up and using them together, which is actually really nice because I feel like nothing kind of else goes with that pack a lot, so trying to get some of that in here as well. And then just some toys and clutter and stuff. And we do find that there's a lion, which is a new toy, kind of teddy slushy toy that I don't really know, but it seemed to disappear. I've got it first, so I'm not entirely sure. We do place it down, and you should see it in just a second. It's something that I think I found purely by accident, going through some of the files. I think it's a debug item here. Yeah, I forgot to go through debug. I went through every item of this pack, but I forgot debug. So yeah, you've got all of these out here. Nice little bike, and then these pot plants. Now I love these. I feel like I'm going to use them quite a lot in here. And then I just wanted something to kind of break this all up. So we use some of these tall trees in here, and just kind of softens the whole build up a little bit. And we do also get some out the back, which as usual I have cut down, because instead of doing one build, you actually get 2 apartments today, and the exterior crumbs in here. So this is where I get the marble set in, and then trying to find the hopscotch, which for some reason is in a completely different category. But anyway, we get that out the back here, and a little jar of marbles. But yeah, I just wanted to whole sort of soften this place up and make it less kind of concrete and brick and sort of in your face out here. And then I've got a big advertising board on the top, which doesn't really fit the whole kind of vibe of this sort of town, but I thought maybe because it's a newer kind of build, it's slightly different as well, it kind of works in there. And then even though they're the small ones, I have scaled those down so they're not quite so large when it comes to the air conditioning. And then this is the top apartment, so this is now only a 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom place in here. And I have also cut out the bathrooms so you don't see those. Simply I do that all the time. I cut out the bathrooms. They're really boring. I feel whenever I see a video, and it doesn't matter who it is, and they have a bathroom, I'm like, yeah, there's not much you can do with a bathroom, I've got to be fair. So I do just sort of skip through all of that. So let me know, do you want to see bathrooms? I could maybe do some in one video, because I feel like once you've seen one, you've seen them all. So definitely let me know about that in here. But yeah, this is then the next kitchen. We use a lot of the same sort of stuff. It's kind of my go-to kind of clutter for sort of kitchens and things like that. You've obviously got a little bit of hand wash. You've got kitchen towels, geranium racks, kind of the cups, the plates, that sort of thing. This kitchen is slightly smaller, I haven't got to be fair, so it might be a little bit more difficult, but I have play tested and they can cook food. So that I did test into here, but yeah, it's still workable in there as well. And then I didn't really know what colour to go for with this house, this apartment, and then I decided, you know what, let's go blue. So there was a nice blue swatch, kind of like that sort of light sort of softwood, so we go for a blue theme in here, and I kind of think it works. It's subtle, which is always good. And then mixing this up, now your Sims will actually use the counter there, so they will be cooking or chopping up or serving or whatever on top of the bookshelf. But it was a nice little nook, and I didn't really know what else to do with it, because I kind of wanted it to roll around that sort of corner a little bit more into there to get to the door, and I just needed a little bit more counter space, but I wanted it to be of some sort of interest. So small little dining room. As I say, this is only for 2 Sims, so it wasn't too big, and so just needed a small little area there, which I thought worked out really well. And then there's a little study here, which this is the only computer in the lot. Now when I playtested this, I did say that this was the owner's apartment. They're kind of up on the top here, so I felt like they maybe should have a computer up here with them for doing sort of accounts or managing the other apartments, things like that as well. I could have, and maybe I should have, changed this up, and instead of this window here had doors up to like a roof terrace. That is something that I maybe should have done, but I didn't think about it until I was taking the screenshots. Because this is a flat roofed building, it could have worked, but hey, if you want to change this to your liking for your gameplay, then absolutely, that is one suggestion that I will give you into there. And now this sort of TV area right over here, I wasn't really sure what to do in terms of here, because I didn't really want a big TV in here. I felt like maybe a sort of a smaller, simpler kind of area in there because it's not overly big, it's not flashy. I feel like it's maybe a sim who's maybe a bit of a loner, something like that in here as well. So that's kind of my thinking for this apartment. So nothing too major in here. Now this is a weird little cushion, and I don't necessarily know if your Sims can use it. I did try to get a Sim to come and sit on here, and they couldn't. I think it is just purely decorative, but it's like a cushion, kind of like backrest, so that you can sit on the floor. Now they added the sitting on the floor with high school, if I'm not mistaken. So I don't really understand why, and if it's only decorative, I don't quite get it. But anyway, it is what it is, and I've just pasted it down there so that it fits in with the colour theme and what I was trying to get in with this build. And now this bedroom is the same size as the others downstairs. That kind of didn't stay, that stayed the same, and the same for the bedroom. It was just the sort of living area that changed up into there, and then this is following on with the blue theme. Now there is a lot of high school in this build, and also just kind of in this apartment in general as well. So yeah, but I feel like it all works out really well. It's slightly different. Maybe everybody has different furniture. Like even if like you're in apartments and the outsides are all the same, your inside sort of clutter, personal effects are all going to be different. So I kind of thought it would be okay to kind of go for a little bit more of a modern kind of feel for this one up here. But we are quickly coming to the end of this video. If you have enjoyed it, then please give a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. You'll find all of my social links down below as well, and also the link lot ID for getting this off of the gallery. But yeah, let me know what you think. If you have any ideas, any suggestions, anything you would like to see in the future, as I say, any ideas for videos or anything like that, then do let me know, because I'm always interested to know what you think, but also what you're liking, what you want to see in the future. Maybe it's different kind of content, but let me know. Until next time, I will see you all again really, really soon. But until then, stay happy and stay building. Bye everyone!